Hello everyone. Today we're going to just revise really quickly on how to export an asset to Unreal Engine. This is the for specifically if you guys have a particular potion bottle. I have my own right here. I figured coffee is a pretty good stamina potion, so I have it. What we're going to do is export our textures from Substance Painter to Unreal, our geometry from Maya to Unreal, and we're going to put everything in our Unreal project. You guys have in your Unreal project, the first thing we're going to do is to set it up. If this is your first time using Unreal Engine and this is your layout, I'm just going to give you guys a very um, overview. These are the details panels that you will get by selecting objects on the scene. This here that you can see on your viewport is your scene, and these are your levels. This is your outliner that basically contains everything that is in your scene, very similar to the outliner you guys have on Maya or Blender. The first things first, we're going to. Oops, sorry about that. We're going to just press Control Space, and we're going to get here a nice content drawer, content browser. So by pressing space, we get quad view. Control Space, it brings it up. We're going to make a lot of use of it, so I'm going to come here and press Stock in Layout, so I can actually come here. The second thing I'm going to do is come here to File and press New Level. This level here, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing right with it either. We're going to try to render our potion bottle, and this has way too much geometry. It's very distracting. So we're coming here, File, New Level. We could put an empty level, but sorry, let me just come here. We have the new level case, the new level box, and we're coming here, select basic, press create, and this is a more accommodating level with far less bells and whistles that we can just put everything else. So a little bit of a rundown. We want to have our folders and our structures with a certain organization in our Unreal Engine. You guys hopefully will be hired by medium to large size studios, and you will be expected to have a certain amount of understanding some conventions and put things where they are supposed to be. So everything that you do should be inside of a content folder, and the first thing we're going to do is create folders to put in content folders so we don't just drop everything in. I'm going to right mouse click, create here a folder, and call it static meshes. I'm going to create another one called levels, maps. I'm going to call it maps for our level for our scene files, and another one for our texture files called textures, and another one called materials for our materials files. So materials. So now, since we have our maps, the first thing I'm going to do is save current level. I'm coming here to maps, and I'm going to type LVL underscore. Every single level file started with an LVL, and I'm going to call it render scene, or just call it main. So now that we have this, the second thing I'm going to do is put the geometry here. So I'm coming to Maya. Oops, And I already have here the potion bottle. And let's see, I'm going to come here and we're not using the game exporter this time. I'm just going to go here to File, Export Selection. And on my export selection, let me just come here and get to the right folder. So I already have a folder for my project, and this project includes folders per software and for the FBXs. So if I have exports that are going to be between Maya and Unreal Engine, I put them here. I already have it here called SM Potion Bottle A, and I'll just export selection and I will replace it. So now here on Unreal Engine, I'm coming here to Static Meshes, and I will come here and put import to game static meshes. And I'm going here and just come here to FBXs, SM Potion Bottle A. SM stands for static mesh. Every time that you guys have a static mesh or an FBX, a geometry file essentially, make sure that it will always start with SM, then with the name of your object, starting with a capital, and instead of having spaces or underscores, just put another capital afterwards. So SM Potion Bottle A. So sometimes you guys will, and this will make sense once you start creating your materials, so everything can have some visual patterns that will make it easier for you guys to traverse your own files. Files will get out of hand very quickly, and you guys might start with one or two, but it is very easy to just create 60 or 70 files. So having correct naming conventions, having them stored properly will save you so much time, believe me. So SM Potion Bottle A. So I come here, search location local. I do not want to create a new material. Generate missing collision, I don't need this, so import all. And now I have here SM Potion Bottle A. It already starts with SM. If you guys already have it and you need to rename it, just click on it and press F2, and you can just rename it. So do you see this asterisk here? This means that this folder is not saved, which means that if you just shut down Unreal Engine and you don't save anything, this file will be lost. So let's just press Save All. Come here to Save Selected. Now we're going to create the textures. So I'm coming here, and since I already have everything done, I use a thing called the Texture Machine. I will revise with you guys. So I have the base material. I add some variations to the color. The base material is essentially just, then I get some gradients, lighter on the top, darker on the bottom, add some curvature and edge damage to get a bit more roughed up feel. As you guys know, objects that are used a lot will get dirt in the in the concave surfaces and damage in the convex ones. So, and then we have environment and usage. The environment is how has the object been cared for? Where has it been? Is it dusty? Has it been used? So if I put environment, it has been heated up. So as you can see, I added some burn marks, and usage, it has a lot of spillage. So there's some story to this object. It's just not a brand new potion bottle. It tells a story. It is old, has been used quite a while, and probably not been very cared for. So this is the kind of mentality when you're creating a texture, what you should be thinking on. So now to export our textures, we can come here to File, Export Textures, or just press Ctrl-Shift-E. So I come here, and right now I'm going to see that my metal is called Opaque Metal Mocha Pot. I don't want this name because I also want to, I don't want to be renaming every single thing every single time. I'm going to export something like 3 textures, and I want those textures to have the correct name, so I don't have to rename these textures 3 times when I put them in Unreal. So what I'm going to do is come here to the texture set list and just double click here on opaque metal Mocappot and just type push and bottle A. Just push and bottle A, capital letters. I always finish my assets in A because sometimes I can have more than one variation, so I can call them A, B, C, D, E. I don't think I've ever reached the end of the alphabet in terms of variations. So, so far so good. So now I'm going to press Shift Control E, and I have here global settings, push and bottle A. If we come here to our export textures, we have here the settings. I'm going to change this to, I think we're using Targas, so TGAs. Let me press T, Targa. And I'm coming here to output templates. We have a list of them. This is basically how we're going, what kind of textures we're going to export. By now, we probably know that we're not just using color textures. We have color textures, normal maps, all sorts of good things. So the one, since we are using Unreal Engine 4, Unreal Engine 4 Pact is, here we go, Unreal Engine 4 Pact is one that is common to all of you guys. I created some of them, so we're not going to cover these ones, but we are going to cover this one here, Unreal Engine 4 Pact. And if we just stretch our thing here, we can actually just see mesh, texture, base color, and we have base color, which is our color map, our ORM file or our occlusion roughness metallic file, our normal map, and our emissive map. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not a fan of some of these things, especially when we're creating static meshes in Unreal Engine, we start every single texture by the capital letter T, and then most likely we're just going to use the same name that we used in the geometry with an underscore and an abbreviation of our textures, because base color is pretty long, occlusion roughness metallic also, and we want things that are easy to look at, compact, and this is what we're going to do. So I'm coming in here to an Unreal Engine 4 Pact, and I'm going to press this button here, which is to duplicate, and here we go, Unreal Engine 4 Pact copy. I'm going to press F2 to rename it, and I'm going to call it underscore UE5 texture export, or just ORM for now. So now I have this UE4. I always put things with an underscore so they always get on the bottom of the list, so it's easier for me to find. I just can scroll them down. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at these dollar signs names. If we see every time here that we got a dollar sign, it's called a wildcard. It means that every time that Substance Painter sees anything between a dollar sign and an underscore, it will replace it by what's saying here. In this case, the mesh name. The same thing here with the texture set. So dollar sign texture set, and then we have color space UDIM. This we're going to leave alone, but here we go, base color. Unreal Engine calls base color BC with capitals. So we're going to go here, BC, and since my mesh name and my material name are the same, push and bottle A, I don't really have a need to get the mesh name, so I just put capital T for texture and underscore. So I underscore texture set BC, and I'm going to do the same here. Capital T underscore. I'm going to just type occlusion roughness metallic and replace it to ORM. And the same thing here for the normal. So, let me just correct this. And here, capital T and normal, just capital N, and here mesh. So again, P, oops, P, and emissive, just capital E. So we just have this one. My push and bottle doesn't have an emissive color, so we're not really going to use it, but so you guys know what's going on. So I'm going back to settings, and it's Unreal Engine 4 ORM. I'm going to come here and put the one I chose, called UE4 ORM. And I'm going to come here to list of outputs, and as we can see, we already have the naming conventions I have, so there will be no need to renaming them. So it's T underscore push and bottle A base color, T underscore push and bottle emissive, normal, and ORM. So the last thing is where I want to export things. Again, so you guys be organized and have a textures folder where you will always find everything. So I'm coming here and I'm going to create a new folder called textures, and I'm going to select the folder. So we have everything. I just press export, and export successful. I'm going to open my output directory, and here we go. Emissive, push and bottle normal, ORM, everything is in order. So now I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going here to my other textures folder inside of Unreal Engine. I'm going to right mouse click, and I'm going to put here import to game textures. You guys alternatively could also drag the textures down, which is far easier, but we're going to do this the long way so you know what's happening. So I'm coming here to my folder, push and bottle, and I'm coming here to my textures, and I'm just going to shift select this 4, press open, and it will import all of them. And now what we're going to do is select all of them and check if they have the correct RGB spaces, because sometimes if a texture in Unreal Engine is going to be used as a color texture, it will use the standard RGB space, which has a more limited color range. But if it's going to be used as a mask, you guys are going to use the full RGB spectrum, which has a lot of things that we don't perceive as well, and we need those for additional details. So I'm going to come here, select all of these 4, come here to asset actions, and bulk edit via property matrix. So it's a mouthful, I know. Let's not get too intimidated by it, and just going to take a look. So T push and bottle A base color, it's standard RGB, so it's correct. T push and bottle A, I believe emissives are also standard RGB because it is the color of the emission. Normal map, we need raw files, so it has to be switched off. And the same thing for the occlusion roughness metallic, ORM. And this one here has a standard RGB that we're going to take off. And now we come here, file, save all, and this will take care of our textures. Nice and easy. So now we're going to just create our material. We're going to, there's not much need of creating a material instance, but I will do one because we should only use material instances. It is a preferred way of doing things in Unreal Engine. It will take too much time to explain now. Just trust me, this is the way that you guys, wanting to be future professionals, will want to do things. It shows off professionalism. So we come here to materials, and I'm going to right mouse click and come here to my material, and I'm going to press M, capital M underscore, and I'm going to call this one here base material. And I'm going to double click on it. So this is my material editor. And the first thing I'm going to do is drag our textures inside. So for this, I'm just going in here to my contact browser, textures. I'm going to shift select the four of them and drag them here. Okay, so here we go. And now we're going to start selecting things. So let me just put them in order. The ORM texture, the emissive, which I don't need, and this one here. Okay, so first things first, the base color, I'm going to connect here to base color, and the texture will update here. I'm going to just come here and put plain, so it actually resembles the UV map I used. So now we have metallic, specular, roughness, all the good things, and we have here normal. So I'm just going to drag this and put here to normal. Emissive, do I have emissive color? RGB, it doesn't have one, but doesn't matter. And I'm still going to call it. And here opacity, the first thing I want to do is come here and just push this upwards. Select my base material node. And I'm going to change this to, I believe it's thin translucent. No, maybe not. Wait, let me just put default lit. Blend mode, I want not masked, I want translucent. No, not translucent, I want it masked. Yes, I want it masked. So if you noticed, if we just take a look at translucent, our materials get grayed out, which means that this mode doesn't really work. We want them in masked. So we actually have a base mask that we can actually put here on opacity mask. And here the shading model, I believe we need to change this to, I thought it was from basic material expression, no. Then translucent. I'll just leave it on default lit and then I'll let you guys know afterwards. And I'm just going to get rid of my opacity mask since I don't have an RGBA. So I'm just going to alt click for now. So I'm going to leave this as default lit and leave blend mode as opaque. So we're just going to do an opaque. I'll add the rest later. So now that we have our material, we're going to save it. And what I'm going to do right now is just come here to every single texture and put convert to parameter. I will call this one here BC for base color. Texture sample, I'm going to convert this to parameter N for normal. The emissive, convert to parameter E. And the ORM, oh, I haven't done the ORM. So ORM. So with an ORM, it basically means that we have a color image is essentially three black and white images. So the red channel is a black and white image that is going to be seen as from complete darkness to full red. The green channel is a black and white image that is going to have from complete black to fully green instead of white, and the same thing for the blue. But instead of having these images as like this, we're going to use them as masks, and we packed our ambient occlusion, which is a black and white image, to our red channel, our roughness, which is a black and white image, to our green channel, and our blue channel has the metallic ones. So I'm going to come here, R for ambient occlusion, and I'm just going to click it here, green for our roughness, and B for our metallic. So now we have a correct way of seeing things. I'm going to save this. Oh, and I'm coming here and convert to parameter ORM. And I'm going to just save this. So now, if I close this down, I come here to materials, and I have a base material. And if I right mouse click, I can just come here and create material instance. And here I'm going to call MI underscore, and I'm going to call this one here potion bottle A. So MI for material instance, potion bottle A. If I double click, this is what happens when you activate the parameters. Right now, these textures can actually be changed and updated. So let's say that you guys are going to create several potion bottles. You'll be able to just pick up a material instance and create new instances and just replace them, replace the textures by using these channels. So I'm going to deactivate them. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to close it. And I'm coming here to static meshes, SM potion bottle. I can double click or right mouse click, and then I can come here to edit. And now I have here my potion bottle, and here on my world base material, let me just come here. I can just come here and type MI underscore and here we go, MI underscore material instance potion bottle A. Alternatively, we can just drag it, but here we go. Oops. Let's just see. And we have a nice metallic potion bottle. Let me save, close it down. And if I just drag it here to our scene, let me just press R to increase the scale. We have our potion bottle. And this is how we create materials. I hope you've learned something useful, and I'll see you guys later.